Yay. And here we are again. And back to here. Okay, start the engine, start the tractor. It is round about midday and I should be able to drive on this field with no issues, which I can. Okay. I need to unfold. Yes, I do. So, that's fun. 2 mods disabled. I didn't notice that either of them got an update this week. I could be wrong. It could be something. The only mod I think that I am using is Courseplay, and I can't see how Courseplay messes up with the mud system or with rain pane, but something weird going on. Anyway, we'll get this field replanted. Or finished planting. So obviously it was harvested, there is nothing in here until next month. And I'll race around. Well, that was fun. Of course, oh no, I was going to say of course all the sales will have changed, but no they won't. We saved the game. Nothing that was on sale at 4 o'clock, which I don't believe I looked at, will be available, but that's fine. Do that, and I missed that bit there. Alrighty, here's the time, 9:15. So I think for YouTube I will probably skip the beginning of this recording. So, hi people of YouTube, lots of issues with mods this morning, so you're entering a little bit later than the point where I started the stream today. But, unfortunately not something I could avoid. And the first attempt, which I completely clobbered, was the game just stopped working properly. Couldn't tab between vehicles. The last attempt I couldn't escape, so I had to do a hard Alt F4 to crash the game out. So rain pane not working, or rain pane not working with a bunch of other mods that I tend to use, and the mud system also seems to have an issue as well where it's not drying out. Okay, looks like I got 2 patches at this end that got missed by the worker. So we'll go over here, we'll get those 2. Then I'm going to go back to that other field because it looks like I missed the entrance, planting it with grass. And then we can start looking for other things to do. So actually August 3, I guess I can rent a lime spreader. We'll lime our 2 arable fields. I can't plant them till September at the earliest. I think I can plant them with canola now, but I want to plant them with barley, so that will happen later. And then, yeah, I don't know what else we need to do. But first things. Oh, hang on, was that field? I was looking at planted or just mulched? I don't remember. Let's go have a look. Okay, that field got mulched and I didn't bother with the corners. That's fine. So, not worried about that one now. Everything else has grass in it. That's good. And I think the thing was, because I was driving through the corners, I just flattened the ground, and so the mulcher didn't make a blind bit of difference from them. So no point in mulching into the corners. Anyway, let's get this back to the farm. Guess we can clean it off and we'll look at lime spreader leasing and see what it gets us. I might do the lime spreading in this tractor. It's not the cheapest one to use, but yeah, it's got power. And then taking the lime spreader back, we might do a couple of liming contracts as well, because why not? Okay, get back in. And I think I can put the cultivator next to the other planter now. Maybe. It's going to be a little bit tight, I think. Oh, it will be if I don't turn the right way, of course. So we get into the garage, unfold the thing, and drop that there. Looks like I could do with some terrain smoothing here. Don't know how good that's going to be. Tend to find that a little unreliable, but I guess I haven't really been pulled up close to a tractor when I'm manoeuvring in and out of this shed most of the time. Anyway, let's go get the weight, which I think is behind a closed door. Yes, it is. Oh! So, bad news with my hip pain this week. Unfortunately, it seems that the cortisol injection has already worn off after only 3 weeks. So, I am back to being in a lot of hip pain lately. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get that, am I? Yes, I am. Ha-ha. Now can I get out? Of course, that's always a good fun thing. Still not able to get out. Okay. Nudge the Zerian's tyres, but that should give me the angle to escape. Yes. Okay, let's take us down to the store. Come on, truck. Oh. There wasn't a patch or anything this week. Well, I don't know. There was a little bit of a delay there jumping into the tractor, which that may mean I haven't been in the cab of this tractor since the last game or map patch, which is possible. I believe there was a farming simulator patch a couple of weeks ago. And generally what I try and do is drive inside all the vehicles, outside all the vehicles, and for the most part visit all of the sections of the map that I am likely to be driving in a lot. And then if there's some outliers, there's a contract in field top northwest corner of the map, there may be a little bit of juddering getting there, but so long as I follow the tractor or I drive the tractor there myself, it's not going to be too noticeable, because we're in the tractor and it's refreshing view range, and I'm not going to be able to see that's going to be introduced at a shorter distance. Okay, I think I'm going the right way. Oh, no, that was definitely the wrong way. Oops. Oh, goody. Yeah, there we go. Interference from hedges. We're good again. So President's Day this weekend, so kids aren't coming to visit, they've gone to stay with Grandma for the 3-day weekend. So we have a lot of peace. There's been a lot of snow this week. Just every night more snow. Okay, should we have a look at the store sales again? I don't think there should be much in the way of... Oh, hello. Oh, that's the little old one that we used to have. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Spreaders. I can get that, or I can get that. Leasing that is 4,000. So I could put the full extension on. Do I need the full extension on, or just go with what it is? We'll go with what it is, and we'll take the spreading discs. And we'll lease that. Okay, that added a little bit with the spreading discs, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't. It's not going to be mine. We're going to return it as soon as we're done with the jobs we need to do. So I'm not into getting all the fancy. Hey, let's put a lid on it. Let's do this. Let's do that. It's not supposed to rain today, so I don't have any issues with trying to keep water out the back of it. And there's a nice little lime sale point here, so we'll use that. Seriously. Okay, I'm going to have to go away for 10 minutes. I'll be back shortly. This has been a little bit of a frustrating morning, but let's go get our jobs done. Also, not sure I've got enough seed back at the farm. Obviously, we got the 600 that's in the seeder tank, and I think I have another 500 on a pallet. But yeah, I went through a lot of seed planting those grass fields, so I don't know what the deal there is. We do have GPS. I can use that if I want. But you can see it using a spreader this size. The Renault probably can handle it, but it's going to have difficulty on the hills. So just to get things done quickly, it's a lot easier to use something with this sort of power. Anyway. So what else? So apparently it's snowing again. So not significant amounts of snow, but we're at 18 degrees this morning, which means I'm not going to drag power tools out onto the patio to chop down some wood today. At least I don't think so. Maybe I will. Okay, first field I want to do these two. I think it's probably easier to do the other one first and then come back to that one we just passed. Whee! Okay, we can unfold this. I need to zoom out a tad and off we go. So I don't think this field is too bad a condition, but we've just taken ownership of it, so it's a good opportunity to restore the pH on it. The other one we've had a year, but still it's probably a good opportunity to restore the pH on that as well, because I do think we had a crop in it and we then planted grass, and there's just, you do 2 grass cuts and a crop, and that's 3 harvests. You're already jeopardizing your pH, so we just top these 2 fields up, just so that when we plant the barley it should be in a good condition. And I think I missed that corner a little bit. We can go back and get the edge later. I am able to get the lime for the most part into the bits we didn't mulch, but as I said, I don't think the mulch is doing particularly well, even where we've got corn stalks kicking around. Okay, well, supervising teenage Osa in the kitchen did allow me to get another cup of tea. So yay for that. Alright, now we can head out into the field. Now I do have GPS here, so I could use it if I want to. I don't know that I will. The spreading function on Farming Simulator 22 is such that it will only spread lime where there is no lime, or where there is a need for it. and so it will automatically shut itself down if I drive over bits that have already been done. It won't spread as wide, for example here on the left, because that's already been done. And there we go. So I'm trying to think what else has been happening this week. I had a really good session with the physical therapist on Thursday. She was massaging my back, and oh my goodness, that was a lot of relief. Although she had tortured me with a ton of back exercises up to that point, so it's hard to explain, but my back muscles felt like they were tired, as opposed, it wasn't sort of you're in pain, it's hurting. It was just feeling really, really fatigued, which is odd because your back generally doesn't get fatigued. It's just holding you up. It's your leg muscles and your arm muscles that might get fatigued because of activities you're doing, but in this case my back just felt tired. And they have a little sort of kind of like a knuckle duster, but it doesn't wrap around the knuckles. It's sort of a flat end, and you put that in the right places and it really does help with things. And look. Ow, hot tea. Hot. So I'm running low on the extra strong tea bags that I have. But we have loads of other tea. I've got, I think, 2 boxes of Earl Grey, a box of English breakfast. So Mrs. Osa would like those drunk before I buy myself another box of extra strong. Which is fine. It'll give me something a little bit different to use or to drink next week, or not next week. I think I've probably still got about 20 tea bags left, so in general that's going to be 20 weeks before we get round to that one, unless I have this urge to drink tea midweek. So here's where I could possibly benefit from GPS. Not going to bother, because like I said, you can fairly easy eyeball it, and for Farm Sim 22 we are not wasting anything if we do overlap, unlike Farm Sim 17 where you could waste an awful lot by driving over what you'd already done. I did miss a couple of bits there. Maybe we'll just we'll try and fill that gap in. I'm not sure I will be able to. But as soon as this all done, how are we doing? We've only used 75% of it, and that's kind of the advantage with, if you keep your fields fairly well balanced with pH and with fertiliser. I mean, obviously in our case, grass only needs 40 litres per hectare of fertiliser, nitrogen, and things like maize need almost 160 to 200. So you will see a lot of fertiliser used if you fertilise a maize field. But with what we're doing here, looks like it's the visual isn't showing that we covered that area, but the effect does seem to indicate that, yeah, it's covered. You just can't see it. But yeah, back in Farm Sim 17, I would eyeball ploughing and cultivating purely because it doesn't really matter if you go over the same bit of ground twice. The only thing you're doing is making it so that you need to drive up and down the field more than once. I do believe